This is why we, as Christians, believe Jesus is God, and why it's essential for the actualization of our salvation. First, in the Gospel of John, written by one of Jesus' closest disciples, John calls Christ the eternal Logos. The Logos means the divine word, existing eternally with God. John says, "In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God." This means Christ was alongside the Father from eternity, and yet is fully divine. Second, when Jesus told the Pharisees, "Before Abraham was, I am," he used the divine name God revealed to Moses in the burning bush, "I am who I am." By calling himself I am, Jesus identified himself as the eternal God who revealed himself to Moses. This claim was unmistakable. Finally, his crucifixion was for blasphemy. Why? Because he claimed to be God on multiple accounts. Jesus claimed to be able to forgive sins, something only God can do. When he did so, people accused him of blasphemy, claiming to be God. Thus, his entire trial and crucifixion revolved around this repeated claim to divinity. Without his divinity, none of this stands. Now, why must he be God? Because our salvation hinges on it. The Church Fathers taught that only God could restore what was broken. Saint Athanasius declared, "God became man, so that man might become God." Not literally, but that we might share in divine life. Saint Cyril insisted that if a mere man died, death would not be defeated. Only God's life could break death's power. When Christ rose, he not only overcame death, but raised our humanity to divine glory. Saint Maximus the Confessor taught that Christ's divine will healed human will, uniting us to God. Now consider the sacraments. In the Eucharist, we don't receive ordinary flesh. We receive the deified flesh of the God-man. Saint Gregory of Nyssa taught that when we partake of Christ's body, it's immortal and life-giving, precisely because it's God's flesh. If Christ were not God, the Eucharist would be mere bread and wine, not the medicine of immortality. The sacraments are participation in divine life, only possible if Christ is God. Thus, when groups like Jehovah's Witnesses, Unitarians, or other fringe groups deny his divinity, they lose not just a doctrine, they lose the very means of our salvation.